Well, you probably didn't know the mic was on outside, but it wasn't on inside. So what you were hearing was an echo, but it sounded good. So here's the deal, okay? We're at a stadium, so we're gonna have a change of agenda. I'm gonna change it right now. This team's gonna be on Laura's team for the football. It's gonna be tackle football, so we're changing it to grass. I heard this team can run like hell, okay? This is gonna be Mike's team, and I kind of hear they're a passing team. So that's going to be good, so be prepared for that. I heard the Jets can't do either one. So, how many Jets fans do we have here? I heard a lot of Jets fans coming in. Oh, maybe not that many. Okay. That's former Jet fans. I guess when they moved here, I heard they played in Shea Stadium. I'm a Midwest guy, but I heard they played in Shea Stadium, right, for a while, and then they came here, and now we have soccer and concerts and everything else. Well, welcome. This is a cool venue. I'm really excited to be here and have the opportunity to do this in this type of setting for the next 5 years, which I believe is how long our contract is. So there's a lot of new things, and I know Laura introduced Foxconn, some of the guys here, Mark Chen, they helped make this possible. And we're going to talk a little bit about why that is, but we were in a very different position a few years back, as you know, financially, and Foxconn came along and made a significant investment, and I'll talk about that and what that's meant not only to our company, but what that's meant to our industry, and you're going to see the value of that as we go along. One of the other things too, from a new beginning standpoint, how many of you were in our offices in Mawa? How many had the chance to go there in that beautiful setting, right? Well, a lot of things changed for us. We had an opportunity. Jaguar came along. They were down the road, and they said, "We want your building." And as you know about the real estate market, it's an interesting thing. We were not in a great lease because we had signed it many years back, and we were probably paying more than the market rates. So we took the opportunity and said, "Oh, sure, everything's available. Why not?" And we went to the state of New York. We went to the state of New Jersey. We said, "Who's going to give us the best deal?" We moved maybe 7 or 8 miles, a little bit east, I guess you'd say, into Montvale, and we have a new beginning. We have a great, brand new facility. It's not really a new building, but we've gutted it. We've put all of our technology into it. It's a state-of-the-art facility. It's a collaboration center. Not only does it show Sharp technology, it shows the Foxconn portfolio of companies. So we're showing In Focus, their Connect software. We're showing some of their products. We have that machine right there everywhere you turn for fresh drinking water, so it's a place for our employees to collaborate. You can see we have a beautiful auditorium, and in this auditorium where people are sitting here, we actually have gaming stations. We have a Pac-Man. Anybody remember Pac-Man? My kids look at me and think I'm crazy, but we have a Pac-Man. We have a pool table. We are changing our culture within Sharp, and the reason why we're changing our culture, not just physically, but internally, because we know we have to change our company. We are in an industry that is not necessarily growing, it's just changing. It's dynamic, and we need to become more dynamic as a company. And that's what we're trying to do, and we're doing it physically, and we're doing it mentally by we're changing some of the things we're doing in our workplace. And that has paid off. Because if you look here, this is a prestigious award for those of you that work in the United States. To get on this list is a very, very big deal for us. And so we were ranked 360, number 360 out of the top 500 of America's best large employers in the United States. So not making the list. I don't know if you've heard of any of these companies. Has anybody heard of Ricoh here? They did not make the list. Xerox did not make it. Canon, Toshiba, Kyocera, none of them made that list. It's none of my business, but they didn't make the list. Konica made the list, but they're below Sharp. So we were the top in our industry in this space. And we're very, very happy about that. And what that is they go out and survey employees. So when you want to change a culture, it starts with the employees. And they went out and surveyed our employees. And before you even get admitted, even get a chance to get on this list, you have to have enough employees that basically say, "Oh yeah, this is a good place." And then they do more research beyond that. And then they determine where you fit and where you make it. So our goal is to get even better. Our goal is to get in the top 200, eventually get in the top 50. We want to be a destination workplace to be able to attract the best talent to serve your needs. That is why we are here. So that's why this is so important, and that's why I wanted to share it with you today. All right, so we're talking about this company Foxconn and what they did, and I'll tell you what, I've had a chance, not as much as Mark has, but for those of you who have read about our chairman, Terry Goh, in the paper, I had the chance to meet him on several occasions and spend a little bit of time with him. I must say he is a genius. And I'm not saying that because Mark is here, and I'm not saying that because anybody from Foxconn's here. He has a remarkable track record in everything he touches. And we are fortunate to be a part of that. And if you look at what he touched, we signed a definitive agreement for a 66% investment that Mr. Goh made into our company. And the definitive agreement was signed last August at 80 yen. I don't know how many of you track the Sharp stock, but it's 4x what he made that investment at. So not only did he negotiate a phenomenal deal, but then he put the right people in the right place to help change our company financially, to help drive the resources we need, to change the market dynamic and who we deal with, and that changed that stock and rose at 4x. So if you invest $3.6 billion in 9 months, you get 4x. Whew. You know what you're doing. So we're very, very, very happy to be proud of that, and the support that he's given us, the support that you see in the room, and the products you're going to see. And I might tell you what, one of the things we're doing is we're looking at the products that they have that fit the mold of what you do in this channel. A service component, reoccurring revenue streams. These are the things we're talking about within the Sharp Business Solutions organization that we think will change what you do and how you can expand and diversify your business. That's what this is all about, and that's what you're going to see today. It's beyond copiers. It's funny, you sit in this room, and if you talk to any one of you, you do so much more than document products anyway. You do solutions, you're doing software, you're doing managed services, so you're doing all these things. It's our job to help facilitate that further with products and capabilities, logistics. It's our job to help facilitate that on your behalf, and that's what we're doing with our new partner Foxconn, and they have been nothing but exceptional to work with thus far, and you can see in that performance. Just a little bit about our performance. So Mike's going to talk about, I'm not going to talk about, this is an interesting market. We see data, everybody seems to be doing really well. These are facts. So if you look at all of Sharp, I did get promoted to the CEO spot, so fundamentally as a legal entity, I have these other organizations reporting into me from a legal and from a financial aspect. But you can see overall, if we look at Sika, which is what you're here for today, we were 93% of plan, but 102 of prior year. So one of the things I always tell my team, if we're not growing, we're dying. We always need to be growing over prior year. So we did that through last fiscal year, and our operating profit was growth again over plan and over prior year. So we're very, very satisfied with those results, but we have to continue to grow. We have to continue to expand our footprint. We believe it's important that this channel, as we've been in California, as we've been in Chicago, as we've been in Dallas, that this channel gives us the best opportunity still to do that. We still have the most robust dealer channel and single line dealers than anyone else, any one of our competitors today. And that's what's made us successful as you sit in this room. And we will continue to do that. All right, so what happened over the last year with Foxconn? It's been about 9 months, so August, or the September-August timeframe will get us to a year since Foxconn's been involved. And if you look on the left side, a lot of things that have happened have been fixing the infrastructure of Sharp, putting us in a position to succeed. So I'm like a kid in a candy store. When I had the opportunity to meet Mark Chen and all the things Mark Chen does, I was a kid in a candy store. I'm like, I want it. Give it to me so we can bring it to this channel. I want it all. Because we can do great things with what you guys have in your arsenal and what they can bring to our factory in Japan from a Sharp perspective. Mark said, be patient. We're going to do that, but that's not how it works right away. There's a lot of infrastructure, there's a lot of systems, and a lot of things we need to change. We need to get the ship built correctly before we can set sail. And that's what's really been going on the last 6, 7, 8 months, which is why you see the stock price do what it has done, is because that's gotten fixed. And financially, we're in the best shape and health we've ever been as an organization. But as we move forward, and as you're going to see as we get into our dealer meeting later this fall in November, late November, you're going to see a growth plan. So you start with fixing the infrastructure, then you start with a significant growth trajectory. And that's what we want to explain to you when we get to our dealer meeting and show you every facet of that. And there's going to be plenty of facets. And we're going to give you a sneak preview today with the guys. Laura talked about it. We're going to give you a sneak preview with a partner of Foxconn. That's going to be something that's going to enable us to do some really cool things in the future. And hopefully we're going to drive all of that to make one of the most unique meetings that you're going to see from Sharp in quite some time. And really, where does it all focus for us? So it's very simple, and Foxconn has come and given us a lot of clarity, right? This is really our lives today. If you think about everything you do, this is our lives, whether we like it or not, and this is where it's going. And so when you look at the smart office on the right-hand side, the Business Solutions Group, that's where our focus is. It's being able to manage data, whether it's on an Aquas board, whether it's editing it from a copier, whether it's actually getting information from a machine that takes humidity out of the air and makes drinkable water and tells you in the office that you should be drinking more water. However you get that information, however we manage it, whether it's stored on the cloud, we want to bring all of that to life for you to bring to your customers and to your end users. We want to simplify that. We want to make it easy to bundle it. We want to make it easy to order it. We want to make it easy for you to sell it in the smart office. Foxconn also has tremendous technology along with Sharp to expand our brand into the home and connect all your devices in the home for a smart home as well. And of course, a lot of that starts with the phones that I see videotaping me and videotaping some of this. That's okay, you can keep doing it. But it all starts with that device, because that device, whether in the office or in the home, and there's no company more so than Foxconn and Sharp that has that intellectual property with the partners in the US that you know that make cell phones, design cell phones. That cell phone is the catalyst to control everything in your life, sadly. What's the first thing you do? I said this, I always get in trouble. What's the first thing you touch when you get out of bed? I know that's a bad thing to open up with, but it's your phone. I'll answer for you, it's your phone, right? It really runs our life. So we're fortunate to be with a company that knows that inside out. So this is where we're headed. We can make it very simple for you. And so as the day goes on, we'll get into greater detail about that. And as the months go on, you're going to see greater detail around that. And you're going to see a transformation in a company if you haven't already seen. So with that, I'm going to bring up our newly minted COO to help me drive a lot of this.